continuity supervisor on Bunty or Bubbly with Shad Ali. Rang De Basanti was my last feature film as a second AD. Amir sir has been extremely supportive, I think, of the things that I've also been doing since now and then. They were like my college days. I didn't go to college, I came here, that's what I started doing. अगर आपको फिल्मों में कुछ भी करना है तो पहले आप AD बन जाओ, फिर वहां से देख लेना क्या करना है. Zoya actually, she didn't tell me this ever, but we were during the promotions, we were giving an interview and someone asked her what made you cast Arjun Mathur.
Arjun, welcome back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, Faridun. Lovely to be here.
Let's first of all just dismiss this confusion about Emmys 2020 and International Emmy. You've been nominated in International Emmy.
That's right, International Emmys, which is for entries from the world over, other than the prime time, other than the US prime time.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I just read the news, I was extremely happy because I think it's truly deserving. The performance was truly outstanding, and it was very well deserving. Best actor, and that too at such an international stage.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Is it the biggest high in your career so far?
I certainly think so. Yeah, it took me like 10 minutes to just believe that this is real. I thought कि this is a joke or this is a lie or it's a misprint. कुछ तो है. But yeah, it's a pretty big moment. It's hitting me slowly how big it is. I don't think I realized immediately. And every day it's kind of sinking in more,
Right. Because, in India, when it comes to the award shows and awards, people have, I think, all sorts of theories, and the credibility is sadly missing for most parts. But for something like this, I think sort of actor you are, you can't even lobby for something of this sort. It has to come up.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's a submission. And then I knew that my performance was being submitted. I was informed 6 to 8 months ago by the team. Mm-hmm. But it was just an email and I thought, okay, thank you, kar dijiye submit. I did not see this coming at all. There's no lobbying, no nothing. There's nobody you can, there's no pull or anything like that.
Of course. Correct. Yeah. So when are the results going to be out?
23rd November, apparently.
23rd November.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it will be a actual live ceremony or an online event, but if it is live, I'll certainly try and make it.
All right. Now there is this renewed interest in your performance and Made in Heaven. Suddenly, I'm sure that people must be just revisiting the series as well.
I hope so.
What, according to you, made the performance special?
I would say, honestly, the writing. It was all in the writing. The character was just so sharply down there on paper, and Zoya and Nitya were so sure of what they wanted Karan to be, and they just allowed me so much freedom. All the directors, but mainly the creators, of course, just allowed me so much freedom to embody the character as well as have the character embody the person I am. So I think really that's what really just brought about an ease too, because it should not, by all logic, it's not something easy to step outside your sexual orientation. But when people ask me, I still feel like it was not difficult. It was a breeze, because I was just being me, and approaching every conflict and emotion that way,
You've been an actor who has very apparently pursued excellence, maybe over the blind success that many actors tend to follow. There is not that element of desperation as far as an actor is concerned. So for you to portray a role like this, a lot of it, writing you're fine, it's wonderful team, everything is there.
Yeah.
At the same time, you have to be an evolved human being from within to actually respond to something like this with so inhibitionlessness. Because because we are a sum total of a lot of experiences and a lot of what we read, what we watch, the sort of people that we choose to interact with.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, please continue. Yeah.
Yes, basically, I'm saying that it is also the journey that you must have had that must have made you convinced that yes, you can portray this role convincing.
Yes, it's amazing that you've spoken about this, because that is my entire belief about acting, that acting, there's only so much you can learn. I think more of it is experienced, with the experiences that you've had in your life and the emotions that you've actually felt, and how much of that you've been able to retain somewhere to be able to use somewhere someday, So yeah, I think that's really the primary, and it's the way I approach each one of my performances, really. And I'll mention something very interesting, which Zoya, actually, she didn't tell me this ever, but during the promotions, we were giving an interview, and someone asked her, what made you cast Arjun Mathur? And her response, first she looked at me and she was like, sorry, I'm going to say this. And I didn't know what she was going to say. And then she said, for this part, I just needed someone who had something, who had been a little broken inside. And then she said, no offense or anything. And I didn't take any offense or understand the offense, but it takes a filmmaker also. It takes a filmmaker to recognize that and to know what they want out of a person, out of an actor, because I do consider myself a director's actor. At the end of it, I swear to God, I don't know what I need direction from my director. That's the only way I'm going to be able to really deliver. And it's very rare, a project on which all of it comes together so beautifully like this. So I just think that's what Made in Heaven was.
Right. No, you've also been an assistant director, so I'm sure that definitely helps in terms of having the conviction. But we'll come to that shortly. But before that, I have one more question for you. This is something that we discussed when you came to our office as well.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of your performance was that it just completely broke the stereotypes that we've had in Bollywood in terms of the portrayal of homosexuals.
Yeah.
In terms of the effeminate body language, and if they are in a party or anywhere, they're just eyeing the boys in a certain manner, a very salacious manner.
Yeah.
And it rather downgrades in a way the personality, the human aspect of it, the way you portrayed, and the fact that he can be a smart businessman as well.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of people found that as a very very big highlight and a takeaway of the portrayal of the community that you're coming to. How important was that for you? Just be honest towards that.
Yeah, very important, because that was that's what they wanted from the word go, that it should not be seen in any mannerism or behavior of this human. You don't have to portray his sexual orientation, you just have to be that orientation. Otherwise, other than when you are hooking up with a man, you just have to be human. Her brief was very much of a very alpha male kind of person, who just happened to like to sleep with men. So that was, and it was definitely up there. But that's why it didn't take much thought, because at no point while approaching a scene, other than the scenes when I had to get physically intimate, I did not have to think, nahi yaar, this is my orientation, these are my issues, how should I portray this? That was never happening, It was just like, acha kya hai? This is how he's being, this is what he's feeling, this is how he's going to portray it. And it had to be portrayed by a man who was just as much a man as me,
So season 2 of Made in Heaven is going to be out, I think. When is it exactly going to be out?
Well, I mean, we would have been on the floors in May, but then due to the lockdown, it all got pushed. I'm not sure, to be honest. I am hearing some murmurs now that we're picking things up again, but I don't have exact dates yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Amazon or Excel will be better equipped to answer this for sure.
I also feel that there's too much of fixation on the homosexual element of your character, because I think there was a lot more to it. Even Absolutely. The way he is in terms of as a boss, and even Sobita, the entire thing was there as well. Do we tend to box characters? Do we just remain fixated on certain notions, because that seems to be the add to the curiosity part of it?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. That's a habit we have generally, whether it's boxing characters or boxing actors or boxing people or whatever. I think we tend to do that. And I think that was really important as well in this show, because the characters were not at all black and white, any of them. Each one was kind of had their grays. And that was very important from the word go to kind of put that across, and to kind of not to see them behave immoral ways also, but not ever really be able to judge it. Never be able to say कि ये उसने अच्छा नहीं किया. You always have to be able to say कि अपने perspective से उसने ठीक किया. So I think that's really the key. And I think as an actor, your job is always to just like bear your perspective to the audience, so that the audience is able to, चाहे आपका character जो भी, whatever his motivations are, the audience says nahi yaar, lekin usne apne taraf se, he was right in what he was doing, you know.
These talks of maybe there should be censorship on the OTT platforms as well, the web space as well, does it bother you?
Yeah, honestly, any kind of censorship bothers me personally. I think art is to be, you know, I think art should not really be dictated, okay, you know, you can show this or can't show this. I think people should be, you know, there should be warnings, and you know, certain content should not be consumed by people of under a certain age or etc. But like, I'm not too fond of limitations on what we are able to put out and what we can't. That's my opinion. I hope we don't head very far down in that direction. Honestly, I hope not.
Tell us the role of you being an assistant director. You've been, I think, part of some really big projects as well, both movies as well as ad films too. The likes of Amir Khan and other people. So tell us how pivotal has that stint been in your career as an actor?
I think it was extremely pivotal, because it's the first thing, you know, when someone comes to Bombay, that's the first thing one thinks of doing. अगर आपको फिल्मों में कुछ भी करना है तो पहले आप AD बन जाओ, फिर वहां से देख लेना क्या करना है. But I knew I wanted to act, and I got into assisting with that intention. I just didn't know anything about films, so that was my training ground for me. I was very lucky to have gotten to work on some big films like Kyun Ho Gaya Na with Amit Ji and Vivek Oberoi and Aishwarya Rai. Sameer Karnik had directed the film, and then I was on Mangal Pandey, The Rising, and I was continuity supervisor on Bunty Aur Bubbly with Shad Ali. Rang De Basanti was my last feature film as a second AD. And over the span of these 4 films, I mean, there's just so much. First and foremost, I think, you know, having been at the other end of things, I'm very aware of how much the smallest delay on the part of an actor, or you know, how much trouble it can cause for the production and the director. Like, I've seen that too closely to bother them that way. You know what I mean? I think that I consider myself a fairly efficient actor on set, and I think a lot of that I owe to my assistant days, you know, just having that, the value for time, you know, honestly, for other people's time and other people's money. Other than that, of course, I got to observe some stellar actors at their craft. Amir Khan for 2 films. And so that was an education in itself, you know, and Amir sir has been extremely supportive, I think, of the things that I've also been doing since now and then. And those days they were like my college days. Yeah. I didn't go to college. I came here. That's what I started doing. So मेरे college के दिन वही थे. So they were really the best days for me, you know, when I didn't have to think too much about यार gym नहीं गया और ये नहीं, because an 80s lifestyle is so thankless and so unhealthy कि आप actor तो बन ही नहीं सकते while you're assisting, you know. After the AD stint, I had to take a year off and groom myself and work on myself and do another course, and you know, so, but the days are really valuable and I think contribute a lot to me being who I am today.
Okay, and what about turning a director? Would you like to direct at some stage?
I have fantasies about it. I have not written anything, so if ever it happens, it would probably have to be something that someone else has written. But yeah, I do have a fantasy that I do want to, but I don't know what it is that I want to say just yet, you know, and I don't, and whatever it is, I don't want to just create something empty. So when I know what it is I want to say, certainly I will make my way there.
Now, a lot is happening in the film industry right now, the entertainment industry. Too much is being said about it. Too many people chasing it as well. How do you look at the entire situation the way it is?
I think, you know, there was a time when we were like back in the 80s, there was a clear barrier between films and everything else, and 80s, 90s even. Now that does not exist, firstly, you know, because I think we, the industry, actors, filmmakers, everybody, you know, with social media and everything, we have left ourselves very accessible and vulnerable because we choose to. We want to connect with our audience that way. So we leave ourselves accessible and vulnerable to everything, you know, to attacks, to threats and everything, along with the love. I think that, so, you know, because the industry and films and actors in general are something that people have put on such a high pedestal all their lives, this is also a human habit, you know, that to pull things down from that pedestal also just as fast. So I think that seems to be happening a little bit, you know, right now, because and the industry, of course, has always been a very soft target and continues to be. But right now, it's very unfortunate what's happening, that, you know, I feel that just for some personal or political agenda, all kinds of things are being said, and a lot of the industry is being maligned a lot of bad things and untrue things are being said. I just hope that, I mean, I really want like the industry, we really need to kind of stand by each other, stand up for each other and stand by each other, I think. Because these are definitely tough times. That's all. I don't know what else to say. It's just, you're just observing a circus and it feels like nobody is safe. It feels like, and it's all feeling quite pointless. All this, we are not a drug cartel. We are not terrorists. We are not some murdering syndicate. We're just artists, We're just like trying to do our work. That's all we're trying to do. So I hope we're able to continue doing that, really. I hope so. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, Faridun. These are such weird times.
No, absolutely. I totally understand that. Okay, and so what next? What are you, apart from Made in Heaven season 2, what else?
During the lockdown, there was a series I did called The Gone Game, which we conceived and shot and released during lockdown.
Yeah.
So we're doing a second season of that. Other than that, there were these two smallish films which were about to go on the floors. Those are trying to figure out their dates again. And right now, honestly, there's just a lot of talk, because of the situation we've been in the last 6-7 months. Everything was so much at a standstill that everyone's just trying to find their feet again and figure out their dates. And so there's not a firm announcement to make just yet, but hopefully very soon.
Hopefully very soon. All right. Yeah. Arjun, lovely talking to you and congratulations once again. It's a huge achievement and I hope that you go on to win it as well.
Thanks so much, Arjun. Thank you.
All the best wishes. All the best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.